Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chu and today I will show you how I would go about making a sample beat for Travis Scott. I will be going for that hard-hitting rodeo style production, something similar to what Wonder Girl and Eastbound put together when they sampled Lee Fields' All I Need to make Antidote for Trav.
Yeah, and then we heard this, right? And then I remember and we both looked at each other like, whoa, like we have to use this. And I'm like, yo, Shazam it.
So to begin, I found this insanely dope sample. It's a song called Staying on Point by DeRobert and the Half-Truths. And whoa, homie. Aren't you gonna tell us where you got that sample from? Oh yeah. I got this sample from Tracklib. Tracklib is the world's first and only online record store with songs for sampling. They've got 100,000 plus pre-cleared samples from all decades and all regions from artists such as Isaac Hayes, The Meditations, and Louis Armstrong. This means we can log onto Tracklib and find a real soul sample to chop up just like Wonder Girl did in Antidote. Using Tracklib's extensive search system, I was able to filter for songs that were made in the same genre and period of time as the sample used in Antidote. And I was able to find something amazing.
What up, everybody? I'm Robert, and these are the Half-Truths.
Then we can go one step further and clear that sample all on our own for only $50. Yup, that's right. Since 90% of the samples on Tracklib are in their C category, they can be cleared for just $50 and will allow for 2 to 20% revenue share. This is a really convenient way to find and clear samples, especially when you compare it to the traditional method of paying $500,000 to $200,000, drafting many contracts, and going through many lawyers over an excruciatingly long period of time. Trust me, I know how difficult this can all be, which is why I know that Tracklib can save any musician from tons of stress and hassle. Tracklib has given me a special link where you can access their entire platform for 30 days at no cost. And on top of that, they threw in 15 track download tokens so that you can get to crate digging right away. So head to the link in my description and start sampling the right way. And of course, a huge thank you to the wonderful people over at Tracklib for sponsoring this video and making this dope content possible. And this is not some half-assed thank you from me to them. This platform is actually amazing. Not only can you sample the songs themselves, but many of the songs also have track stems, meaning you can sample the individual instruments from the song, just like I will in this beat. This is the section of the song that I want to sample. I want to sample just the guitar that is playing. Unfortunately, there are a ton of drums playing throughout my desired section, and this would make it difficult to get any substantial use out of the sample. Luckily, Tracklib is awesome and has the guitar tracked out and ready for me to work with. So I'll just download the tracked out instrument, drag it into FL Studio, open it up in the audio editor, and select my looping section. Once I have my loop, I can drag it onto the playlist so that I can time warp it to the tempo. Since Antidote was made at 132 BPM, I'll use that tempo for my project as well. Now that my sample is time warped, I can drag it into an instance of Fruity Slicer. Fruity Slicer is a simple sampler that allows you to quickly and effectively manipulate samples. I have 3 tutorials on my channel, all talking about how awesome it is and how to use it. I will link those in the description so you can check them out if you need a refresher. The one which I think will be the most helpful to you will also appear here on the screen now. Okay, so once I drag the sample into Fruity Slicer, I can select the beat slicing option. I'll also increase the attack just a bit so my sample chops fade in a bit smoother. Then I'll begin playing with my chops. I'm going for something droning and repetitive so that I can lay down those hard-hitting Wonder Girl style drum grooves. But at the same time, I still want the sample to sound a bit like it could have been played by a real guitar. After a bit of effort, here's what I was able to come up with. From here, our work is basically done. All we need now is an insanely hard 808 pattern, something that has a lot of movement and uses a lot of sliding. Since our sample chops are so repetitive, our 808 will have to do some of the work melodically. Here's what I was able to come up with after messing around for a few minutes. Okay, so I'm starting to get really excited about this beat. I feel like it could use one more melodic element, but nothing too crazy. I just found this guitar pluck in Pilgrim's one-shot kit. I threw on a few EQs to get rid of some frequencies I didn't really want, and added some distortion so that the sound could be louder and grittier. Lastly, I added some reverb so that the pluck could fill more sonic space in the beat. Here's what the pluck sounds like with all the effects added on. And here's the melody that I made with it. So now all the melodic elements of my beat are done, and they sound like this together. The last things we need are some hard-ass drums. I was able to lay down this pattern by listening to Wonder Girl's drum programming on Antidote and doing my best to create a similar groove in my own style. This is actually something that I do a lot in order to learn how to make better drum patterns, and is a technique that I covered in my drum tutorial. I usually just find a producer that I really like and do my best to imitate them without sounding too much like a copycat. Then, over time, I use what I learned from this process to create my own unique rhythm. So here's the drum pattern that I was able to come up with. Now here's our finished sampled beat. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to share this tutorial with the producer who could use some help with sampling. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss another tutorial. And of course, stay happy, stay healthy, and always be creating. Just make sure it's dope content only. Peace.